What is statutory law? Statutory law refers to everyone: coaches, teachers, managers, pupils. A statutory law is a written law that has to be followed by everybody. If someone doesn't follow these laws, they will face charges. Statutory law ensures that health and safety is kept everywhere properly. Statutory law relates to health and safety a lot because if we look at the Health and Safety at Work Act, it doesn't say that if you don't follow this act, you will face charges, but statutory laws are there to cover the legal side and to ensure that everyone is actually following the Health and Safety at Work Act and not doing what they want. As a result of this, the main sanction that can be imposed are fines and imprisonment. The sanctions are intended as punishment to deter and to reform. How does statutory law relate to our sporting environment? For example, we have a sports centre and it has a swimming pool. To ensure that Health and Safety at Work Act is followed and that the chlorine levels are controlled properly so that no one can be harmed, statutory law is put in place. Under statutory law, everyone that works at the sports centre needs to follow the Health and Safety at Work Act, otherwise they could be put on trial for not following the legal laws and putting other people at risk. So chlorine levels need to be assessed and checked and make sure that biological detergents are used to ensure safety of others. As a result of breaching statutory law, cases can be heard in a magistrate's court or a crown court. Civil law. What is civil law? Civil law might be quite a hard law to understand, however it's actually quite easy. A civil law is a law that is not determined by judges based on previous situations that have happened in the past, but civil law's main feature is that they are written and arranged unlike common laws. Civil laws are requested by civilians to prevent something from happening again. Civil laws or civil actions between citizens allow civil laws to be put in place. So civil action is brought by individuals and does not involve the police. The purpose of civil action is used to seek remedies beneficial to the individual, often in the form of financial compensation. Civil law relates to health and safety drastically. For example, in 1980, an incident happened where a pupil used an unattended trampoline in an unlocked sports hall and fell off it and became paralysed. Civil actions began to rise against the council to request for a civil law to be created here so that accidents like these never happen. Civil law cases are settled out of court a majority of the time. The reason for this is that detail of the claim are often more cost effectively addressed without the additional cost of court. An example of civil law would be when a person is suing a company or individual for some form of negligence. Here is a video of a situation involving a footballer being kicked and injured as a result of an appalling tackle. Case law. Case law is a law that is created by a judge based around previous laws and also based around interpretations of a chosen case. When the judge makes a decision, a successive law is created to prevent the case from being a problem. Case law relates to health and safety in many ways. For example, the health and safety states that organisations must provide health and safety policies, assess risk to anyone who can be affected, and many other aspects in health and safety. A case law can be brought in because maybe there is an issue that could affect the health and safety of workers or members. For example, in a sports centre, there might be an issue that the ceiling in the trampolinist room is too low, and that it could affect the health and safety of participants because one of the participants could hit the ceiling and get injured badly. Then the judge would look at previous laws and interpretations and make a decision if there should be a law put in place to make an average height for rooms that contain trampolines.